There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well, don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you're safe and that I will see you soon. If I could lay down beside you, I would.
Hello. How is everybody tonight? Good, I'm hoping. Glad to see y'all in here. There's 15 in here so far. I would like to play something for you all just to get it out of the way so that you all know what's going on. Hang on one second. Let me find it here. Come on, where's it at? There. Okay. Hello, everybody. Now, this video does not have music to it. This is just a statement that I would like to put out there, and I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, make anybody mad, but I am trying to help the channel. So, I will read along with this video. Okay. And it says, moving forward with this channel, I have made a few changes, trying to ensure the channel stays true to the purpose of helping children. I have took away all mods but 6, so there will be no more misunderstandings as far as to who blocked who or whom timed who out. These few mods know what I want, and I know I can depend on them to do what is best for this channel. So I also hope you know them and trust them. If you have any problems during a live, please call on me or one of them to correct the problem. And the mods are as follows. Managing Moderator, Discovering the Truth. Managing Moderator, Alpaca Maid. Moderator, Dippy Escapes. Moderator, The Real Rockin' Robin. Moderator, Cursed with Curiosity. And moderator, Single Mom of 4. And I would like to say a special thanks to the members of this channel, and this is a list of all of them. And we have gained a few in the last little while, guys. Sorry, I can't name or read the names, they go too fast. But I do say thank you to all of them. If anybody has any questions about why I demodded people, all you have to do is just ask. I don't mind one bit letting you know or trying to explain to you what's going on. Now, I'll give a few minutes like we normally do. Let everybody get in here. I'll say some hellos. If y'all have any questions, then just ask, and I'll do my best to answer the questions for you. Okay, hello, Robin, Cleo Jade, Miss Discovering, Cool Gamer. Glad to see you in here, sweetie. single mom. Oops, sorry. I'm used to saying single mom of 4. It's single mom of true crime. She is the moderator or a moderator. Just breathe. Glad to see you here, sweetheart. Is it Callie? Hello. Katie Ann, hello. I'm glad to see you all here. Nana, I changed my name and guess I need my wrench back. It got gone from changing my name. Okay, sweetheart. Not a problem. We'll get this done. Hang on one second. Okay, where you at on here? There you is. Okay, you should be took care of, hon. Whist, hello. Yes, please hit the thumbs up, guys. Like I said, we'll get started with the actual show here in a few minutes. Nana, it's so nice that you take the time to acknowledge everybody. Not many creators do that. Thank you, hon. Well, I do want to appreciate, I do appreciate everybody that contributes to the channel. Hello and welcome to all coming in. Glad you're here. Yes, we are. Hello, Jody. Hello, Nana. I was just watching the video you put out on the topic tonight. Yeah, I was hoping it would have gotten out sooner so more people would have had a chance to watch it and know specifically more about what I was actually talking about or what we're going to be discussing. And so that you could come up with your own, your own ideas, think about what's going on and stuff. Just to give you a heads up, Dawn and Candace have to be in court on the 18th. Well, thank you, Angela. I appreciate that, hon. Okay, thank you, Nana. You're the best. I love you. I love you too, single mom. Welcome to Nana's Angels. Glad you're here, guys. Yep. Hello, Alpaca Maid. How are you doing tonight? Well, just a couple more minutes, guys. And for the ones who didn't get to watch the video that I put out earlier, I had ran across a video this morning, which I thought meant this week or specifically today. But evidently it happened last week, but the video was late coming out or something. And it was about this guy named Johnny Johnson, who 20 some odd years ago had kidnapped or whisked away, or whatever you want to call it, this little 6-year-old girl. And he unalived her in some of the worst ways. I mean, there was a brick and a rock and stuff was all involved. And needless to say, the mom and dad could not personally go and identify the body. So the mom sent her dad and her brother. And it was so horrific for them that later on, the brother wound up having a nervous breakdown, and the grandfather, her dad, drank himself to death because of the sight of this child and what she looked like and what this dude had done to her. And it was just horrific. Now, that was in 2002. In 2005, they arrested him that day and he wound up confessing. But they wound up getting a guilty verdict in 2005. But it took them this long to actually get the execution done. Simply because you have to understand, this dude suffered from, of course, my mind goes blank. Schizophrenia. And he was actually in a mental institution 6 months prior to this little girl's unaliving. He got out 6 months before she was unalived. He stopped taking his medication for the schizophrenia. And this happened to this little girl. So they were fighting over whether or not he was competent enough not to just stand trial, because he'd already had his trial, but competent enough to understand, hey, I did this bad thing. I'm going to be punished by them, putting me to sleep, basically. They were trying to say that he wouldn't understand the connection between the two. He did a bad thing, so he has to take the punishment. And I'm sorry. I have my own personal opinions about that, if you can't tell in my voice. Nona, I changed my name, and guess I need my... Oh, I already read that one, huh? Sorry. I was just watching the video you put out today, yeah. Hey, Justin. How are you today, sweetheart? I got a little treat for you in a few minutes. Oh, awesome. So baby Cassie, the grandfather and the uncle. Yeah. But anyways, like I was saying, granted, he went to trial in 2005 and was found guilty. So it wasn't that he was not competent to stand trial, but they kept saying he wasn't competent enough to be executed, that he wouldn't understand what he was being executed for. So it took them 20 years to get real justice for this little girl and for her family. My mental health issues have never kept me from a full extent of the law. Exactly. So why should somebody who does the worst possible thing to a child get the opportunity to go beyond the extent of law? I mean, they escape it. They get life in prison because they just don't understand. They understand what they did. They understand how they did it. They understood enough to do what they were doing, but they don't understand enough so that they can accept the punishment for it. I'm sorry, I don't buy that. I think if you hide them unalive, then you understand. Exactly. I mean, come on, guys. For the people who didn't watch it, these people, the family with the kids, the little girl, stayed all night in a neighbor's house. For whatever reason, this 24-year-old man stayed with them. He slept on the couch. When the dad got up the next morning, he walks downstairs. He sees his daughter standing in the living room, and this guy's standing there too. No big deal. They all slept in the same house. The dad goes on to the bathroom, and when he comes out, they're gone. The 24-year-old just grabbed the baby up and left. And that was the last time any of them saw her. I think it was something like, a few hours later, they find her, and they'd already picked him up anyways. Fine as a frog's hair split four ways, as we say in the South. There you go, Justin. I'll be in the background for a while. Have an elderly 16-year-old dog who's very unsettled with the heat. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I think I've seen this case before. For some reason, it seems like they made a Lifeline movie about it. Well, sort of. That's what I was thinking too. But in the movie, and I don't even know if it's the same movie, but yeah, they were neighbors or whatever, and the two little girls run over back to the house, and the guy kidnaps the little girl, and anyways, the dad takes and traps this guy in a boarded up old abandoned house of his dad's and keeps him captive. But I don't know if that's the same story or not. Maybe it was based on this story. I can't imagine the pain Cassie's family went through. 20 years, but final justice. Exactly. And you know what it was, though? Supposedly, I don't know if it's absolute truth or not, but supposedly he did what he did eventually because when he tried to assault her, she literally started screaming and kicking and fighting back, and he panicked. Jackie, oh, poor baby. I think we all have issues with the heat. Yeah. Justin for all love it fine as frog's hair split 4 ways. Okay. I mean, I never did anything crazy either with my mental illness, especially to children. Well, see, I think people just use that as an excuse. I really do. I'm glad someone went live. Everyone has had a YouTube hangover from yesterday. Yeah, I bet. He knew he had to wash evidence off. He knew what he was doing. Yes, exactly. So how could they say that he wouldn't understand the punishment he was going to get? True crime, exactly, lady. I think there is a major difference. Yes, there is. I think I remember this, and when they found her. It most certainly was crazy yesterday, Justin. Absolutely. I have one, and I'm not even a creator. OMG, we need something drama-free. Well, drama-free is here on Nana's Angels. If y'all haven't figured that out yet, I'm not about to let all that crap get in here. I almost did. Almost. But it ain't going to happen. Drama-free zone. We are here for the kids. We are here for summer. Right? I've never been on death row either. Right? So what is y'all's opinion? Do you think that if somebody is like schizophrenic like this guy, that they should have stayed his execution? That they should have stopped the execution and just gave him life in prison, knowing what he had done? Summer Wells missing from Rogersville, Tennessee, June 15, 2021, age 5, now 7, blonde hair, blue eyes, 4 foot tall, 40 pounds, wearing pink shirt, gray pants, barefoot. Any credible tips, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND or 1-800-824-3463. Nana, I try and tell you about some of these people, but you always want to see the good in people. Bless your heart. Oh, how dare you, Discovering. How dare you? I'm the one that taught you what bless your heart means. Thank you very much. You just wait till this live is over. There you go, Justin. I agree 100%. And the thing about it is he had just gotten let out of an institution 6 months before that. So obviously he had already done something horrible and then stopped taking his schizophrenia medicine. And then he goes and does this. How can they say not to, light him up like you say? You can't say because your grandson has that. But honey, your grandson's not out here doing what this man did. Why wasn't he placed in a mental facility? Sorry, I missed the beginning. He had just been let out 6 months prior to that. And he stopped taking his medication. And then he unalived her. Took her straight out of the house. Her dad walked right past him, went to the bathroom. While the dad was in the bathroom, he picked the girl up. And witnesses say that they saw him carrying her across his shoulder. He only went a mile away. And that's where it happened. Mental illness does not legally absolve one from responsibility. He knew what he did, so I say he had to pay for the crime, right? I mean, y'all have to understand, not only did he do it, he took and buried her with rocks and debris and stuff, and then went to the creek, Merrimack River, and washed all the evidence off of him. People like that know what they're doing for sure. Yeah. Cleo Jade, I avoid all that drama. Excuse me, guys. My nerves can't handle the drama and fighting. I just want everybody to get along and avoid each other. Or avoid each other. Bless your heart can go two ways, meaning truly bless your heart, or it can be bless your heart, meaning see, discovering even Justin knows. I think he got what he deserved. He knew he committed the crime and it was wrong by the law of the land and God's commandments. Right. But why did it take them 20 years to do it? Bless your pea picking heart is the best. Yes, it is. Hello, Chris. How are you tonight, hon? September Burger, if I didn't say hello to you, hello, sweetheart. Glad to see you all in here. I knew what 8 did when I caught a felony. You knew what you did when you caught a felony? Hi, Justin. I'm sick of the drama. I am too, honey. And the lies. And the exaggerated stories. And all of it. Yes, he had to know exactly what he was doing to bury her and going to the lake to wash off the evidence. Yeah. And then, of course, he lied to law enforcement because he told them that, oh, there was just an accident and that she passed. And then he changed it up and said, oh, well, no, that it was simply that he was just, he pulled it and was showing her. And that once he revealed himself, they both sort of freaked out and he panicked and hit her over the head. And then he tells later on, says, no, his whole entire plan was to take her, abuse her, if y'all know what I mean, and then unalive her. Oh my goodness. The burying shows afterthought. Yeah. But I don't understand why they took 20 years to make up their mind whether he is competent enough to take the punishment for what he did. He's called Johnny Johnson. He wound up in Missouri last Tuesday, which was August the 1st. I believe it was Tuesday. August the 1st, they finally went through with his execution. He received a lethal injection. But now, see, on Monday, the day before the execution actually went through, they tried to appeal it again. But thank heavens, the judge wouldn't go for it. I say that when it's a told you so to my son. Nana, did you need the court records? It open record, but some you have to skip. So sad. Oh, did I read the court records? No. I don't know if I could get into that deep of I don't know if I could deal with it. I don't. I mean, just knowing. I mean, y'all heard that mother at the beginning of the video. If you got a chance to watch the video, you heard that mother describe what her brother and her brother and her father went through. Just IDing that baby's body, having to see her in the condition that she was in. Y'all seen her picture. She was just a living little doll. Your grandma always said pea picking. It's the Johnny Johnson case where he was executed last Tuesday for a 20-something-year-old case that it happened in 2002, and he was arrested the same day it happened. but he didn't get convicted until 2005. And then it took him until now to actually get the execution took care of. I agree. Mental illness is not an excuse. Yeah, it don't seem like he was as sick as they're trying to let on. Hard to say. Calm hearing this. He should have unalived himself. Nana wasn't Johnny Johnson, Laura Ingalls' first little crush at school. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Laura Ingalls' first little crush at school on Little House on the Prairie. Maybe his parents were fans. Maybe, I don't remember. Now, come on. Now, I know all about the husband, but don't ask me about her first little love. I'm not that, I can't remember that good. I'm very disappointed in my county and state once again over a gentleman's death that is looking really fishy. I have been digging up documents and I'm still picking up my teeth in shock. Well, if you want to share, hon, we'll see if we can't do a video or something on it. Come on, guys. There's 30 thumbs up and there's 74 in chat. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Relevant Truth. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Well, we're doing the best we absolutely can, hon. I can't even fathom the guilt the parents felt, thinking they were doing a good thing, right thing by giving Johnny shelter, a place to sleep. Right. I agree. That thought went through my mind too. Or could you imagine that dad? I mean, he walked right past him. He stopped. He looked at him and he walked right past him, went to the bathroom. Could you imagine the guilt he felt just simply for going to the restroom? Not that he should feel guilty. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying as a parent, I know I would feel horrendous. Yeah, they just now took out the garbage, just now, because they kept fighting it. His lawyers kept fighting it, saying that he didn't know between what he did and why he should get punished for it. He couldn't make a connection, is the way I understood it. What he did was sick. Justin, I don't have the right email. It said can't deliver. I thought I had it. Sorry. Hello, welcome to all coming in. Glad you're here. Someone's got a great memory. Who? I'm watching. Hit the thumbs up for you, Nana. Thank you, Andrea, sorry. Andrea, correct, right? My neighbor back in Tennessee had a son who developed at 19 in college the same thing this man had, but he was fine when he took his medicine. But when he didn't, he got bad and eventually unalived himself. That's sad. I don't know why they come off their medication. I mean, I understand they think they're okay, so they stop taking it. Cleo, I had to put up the address like that because I can't put links or email addresses in chat if you're not a mod. What are you needing? Your email address? If one of the mods has Justin's email address, can y'all drop it for him, please? We had a man who a boy here, and his dad took the trash out. He saved a lot of little children. I agree. to be sentenced. Death costs so much money, court appeals, prison. Exactly. But still, I mean, how much money are you going to spend if you wind up keeping them in jail all that? For the past 20 some odd years, how much money has the United States spent keeping that monster in jail just to keep fighting over this, when they should have in 2005 have went ahead with it and got it over and done with, and we wouldn't have had to pay. Imagine all the money that they could have took that they were using to support this monster, if they'd have took that same money and spent it towards all these kids that are homeless, or these kids that are hungry, the kids that are sick that need medicine. I mean, how many kids sit at St. Jude's and at Children's Hospital and that need medication, need procedures done, and they don't have the money? The family doesn't have the money. Yes, I know St. Jude's pays for it. So does the special children's services at Children's Hospital. But there is a limit to what they've got. Imagine if they could take all these monsters that harm these children, go ahead and take care of them. All the money they would be saving that they would have used to have supported these monsters for all these years, and they spent it on the children who actually needed it. Justin's email can be found on his About page. Okay. Well, we love you too, single mom. Yes, we're talking about schizophrenia. Well, we're talking about any mental illness that keeps somebody who harms the most vulnerable in society in the worst kind of ways. They have some type of mental illness and then don't get the full extent of the law, the punishment that the law can give them, simply because they have that illness. And I'm wondering what y'all's thoughts are on it. Do you think it's fair? Do you not think it's fair? Do you think they should, be just given life in prison? Do you think they should be sent on to, their maker? You have a nutcase there that kid, unalive 2 brothers, and he's still breathing. That's sad. What's your, no, it's not your fault. Justin, look at that. Make sure it's right. Whoever remembered about Laura Ingalls' daddy's name. Oh, it wasn't her daddy's name. It was her first little boyfriend's name. And yeah, that was discovering the truth. He has a night too. So many appeals. That's why offenders are so death row for years, or on death row for years. Yeah. Hello, I'm that bitch. Well, now we all got Justin's email in there. Whoever was needing it, I hope you can catch it. It's only in there about 50 times. You're an eye for an eye person. It's okay, Cursed. The Isabella girl who unalived her mom might be schizophrenic. I don't know if I heard about that one. Nana, you can keep someone in jail a lifetime versus the cost of death. Nonetheless, I'm in favor of... Well, I'm not going to say that I am if we had an island that we could just seclude them off to, make sure and sterilize everybody first so they can't reproduce, strip them of all clothing, food, comfort of any sort. All that's out there is dirt and trees and water surrounding them, and make it to where they can never get off the island and leave them there. So that way we are not putting anybody to, unaliving, but yet they will live there and suffer till their last breath is breathed. That's what I think should happen to them. Maybe that's wrong, and Lord forgive me if I'm wrong for saying that, but I think they should suffer way more than putting them to sleep. The monster that shot his 3 little boys should get the firing squad, no trial, just do it. There's a lot of monsters, Nana. They're everywhere, not like when we were kids. I agree. I couldn't even imagine. When I was growing up, like I've said this 1,000 times, but when I was growing up, I was 13, 14 years old before I ever heard of the first child ever being kidnapped or unalived. And that was Peaches Shorts up there in Knoxville. And I believe it was in 1980 or 1981. Okay, but the point being, I get that everybody favors it. Well, most everybody. But what about people who have mental illnesses? Do you think that they should still get it too? That's the question. St. Jude saved my cousin's life. He wasn't supposed to live past 20. He's just turned 38. Well, that is awesome. In my opinion, all prisons should have their own farms so they can grow their own food and butcher their own farm animals to sustain themselves. Death is too easy of a way out for them. It's sad here in the United States, our government doesn't even put resources into our missing and abused children. This world is evil. Right, but look at all that. I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't agree. I'm probably way old school. I still think that they need to send them out on the chain gangs with the picks and axes and make them work in the hot sun every day and sweat their nads off and eat bread and water. I mean, maybe not every single person that's in jail, but the ones that have harmed people, maliciously evil, demonic, harming people, that's what they should get. And I don't care if they suffer from a mental illness or not. What about the monster that unalived his mom and dad, girl, and a few more in that trailer back in 2019 in Tennessee? Oh, I don't know which one you're talking about, sweetheart. There's so many. To execute costs more than death. Shoot with that. Forget the firing squad. Just draw and quarter them. I'm here going to try to stay in, but don't know if it's going to work. Okay. Nona's Angels, Justice for All. If someone was hit by SUV, then a semi, and a car on the interstate, could there be anything to do a toxicology report asking for a friend? If they were hit by an SUV, then a semi, and then a car, well, yeah, there would still be blood if there's only one person. I mean, if it was 2 or 3 people all mixed together, then, I mean, I don't know. But if there was just one person, then they could gather enough fluid to do a toxicology report. Because it's not just in the blood, it's in the organs and stuff too. Yes, Nana, thank you for what, hon? Everything is blamed nowadays. Well, we out rabbit dogs down. So yes, human beings need to be done the same way, right? Take them out. I do. I want to exile them to an unpopulated area where they can't get off the island, and don't put nothing out there but the dirt that's on the ground and the trees that are growing. And if that's pine needles, that's all that's growing on that tree, I feel sorry for them. No clothes, no blankets, no comforts, no food, no nothing. And make sure and sterilize them before you put them out there so nobody can reproduce. Justin for all, if someone was run over, well, I guess September didn't like my answer. Let them prey upon each other. It was a Roman punishment to be exiled to an island. I didn't know that, but I'm glad to hear it. They should do a toxicology report always. Thank you, Justin. I mean, if there's something there, they can do a toxicology report on it. In general, I agree, but I want to know I've exhausted mercy first. Justice tempered with mercy keeps mob mentality down, I think. I don't know. I couldn't. I'm sorry, Alpaca Maid. If I had to walk in like this lady did or like her father did to identify my 6-year-old who I literally had in front of me hours before, and ID the body after some monster had brutally beaten her with a brick or a rock, I honestly don't believe I could show mercy. It happened back in our childhoods, but word didn't travel as fast because there was no internet. We hear about them all now because easier access. I know, but also they are more happening now because of the internet and people hearing this person doing it, that person doing it, in my opinion. And then they're just copycatting. They see that nobody's getting drawn and quartered for it. They're getting away with hollering, "Oh, would you get down and quit?" They're all getting away with it, hollering that they're crazy. They can't understand what they would be getting punished for. How come people in Tennessee hasn't got a hold of the DOJ like Louisville, Kentucky did to clean up the corruption? Honey, I'm not sure. But if you follow a bunch of the cases in Tennessee, you might find the answer to that all the way up. If you just keep following the breadcrumbs. Our government doesn't even get us. I liked that sheriff in Arizona. My state executes child predators. Pew-pews is all they deserve. Hell is worse. Send them there. I mean, normally you have eyes, liver, pancreas, but would there be anything after being hit 3 times? They told the family there wasn't anything left to do toxicology. Well, are they saying that it's the person's fault that got hit? Is that the family that's wanting the toxicology report done? And can't forget my sweet alpaca. Oh, I missed that conversation. You didn't get a notification? I'm sorry. go way back. Newspapers were full of crime stories. Hello, Dot. How are you? I love St. Jude. Be there quite a few times when I was young. My youngest brother had cancer. They were wonderful. He is living today. That is awesome. Thank God. Thank the good Lord above. I have MS and a real big stroke last year. Have memory problems. I'm sorry, Andrea. Well, Nana is skipping out on me, so kinda can see chat. Ugh. More damn day of this. One more damn day of this. They're too comfortable in prison these days, in my opinion. I agree, Katie Ann. Maybe put them in prison with fellow inmates like them and let the games begin. That's what Discovering said a while ago. But with the new information released Friday and leads on Summers' case, I'm sure BH and surrounding peoples aren't. I missed the first part of that conversation. In my opinion, the mental illness would have to be proven by a psychiatric community. As many are doing now, they are getting those with a mental illness to where they are well enough to understand. My ex was a juror on a case. The woman walked in front of a semi. Her fault, she was intoxicated. Punishing by firing squad is a military punishment. That's another very good point. Anybody who harms an innocent child or the most vulnerable, no matter whether it's an innocent child or an elderly person or a handicapped person, anybody who preys on these people are mentally ill their damn selves. It don't matter. They should all be treated the same. Shit. Hang on one second, guys. Oh well. I was going to tell him to let the cat in because they're out there fighting, but the cat stopped. I think we need to bring back mental hospitals. Oh, jeez. Sorry about Biscuit barking, guys. So we want Rikers Island open? Yeah, sure. Actually, Alcatraz would do me good. Let them prey on each other, right? No mercy for child abusers. They can try fishing, but if they think they're going to swim away, yeah, sharks will get them. Or maybe that's what the government needs to do is around the island, pin up some sharks around the island. So if they do try to get off the island, they're going to be eaten. At least you wouldn't have to feed the sharks and house them and worry about electric and all that stuff. With guard dogs, you even have to feed guard dogs. I think it should be up to the victim's family for death or not. That's a good point. That is a good point of view. But the thing about it is Cassie's dad did not believe in the death penalty. If y'all watched the video, did you hear that? Her dad did not believe in the death penalty. That's what's wrong with the world today. All these bleeding hearts for the bad and evil people. I know, Nonna, but if I had done something horrendous, I would hope someone would consider mercy. I don't know how to take that, Alpaca Maid. A lot of corruption in our state. Yep. They found the little boy missing in Tennessee today, thank God. Both of the kids in the last month or so that have went missing have been found. If Summer was in the woods, she would have been found. Did you watch the burn barrel today, guys? Is it K Karma or something like that? She goes by. I listened to some of it over the phone with Discovering. And she makes a good point about that kid that was found, the remains that were found in Carroll County. If y'all haven't watched that, y'all need to go watch it. And I really think that we, as a community, really do need to push to have those remains tested to see if it's a possibility it could be Summer. Yes, his family is wanting it, but what Ellie is saying happened isn't adding up. There's a big difference between evil and an accident. We had an illegal alien who unalived 2 innocent women too close to home. We're out in the country. Oh, wow, hun. Want to help the channel? Hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for all notifications. Oh, September, they should be able to find parts of his liver and test. Families always have a right to a second autopsy, regardless of what is left or not. I'm so thankful to God he led them to Emmett. I pray over his picture, so thankful that he was found. Have you walked outside to leave and forgot to put your shoes on? I've probably done a few worse things than that. A couple of states will still allow a firing squad. I believe it was South Carolina. Was it South Carolina like last year brought back the firing squad? Have you ever? Oh, I already read that. All we can really do is protect our loved ones as best we can so that these things don't happen. Justin for all, I thought so, and they live out of date with a language barrier. But yes, they aren't satisfied and are getting different opinions now. I think if someone is capable of committing a violent crime, it's already a given that there's some form of mental health issue, so therefore it shouldn't be an excuse. 100% agree with you. No return mental institutions. They were hellholes of a lifelong cruelty. Exactly. You can't rehabilitate as offenders. We have so much mental illness today because of the government pitting us against each other. I wish people would wake up, not be woke. Yeah. I wish people would just go to sleep and not be woke. Something. Not I sound like a broken record, but RL said in an interview if the red truck with the ladder rack would break the case wide open. And it possibly could, Dawn. The only problem is nobody's trying to find that red truck anymore. I mean, come on. Whatever happened to the red truck that they had, they found. Everything was stripped off of it from what I understand, but they found the VIN number. And they looked up the VIN number for that red truck. And it came back to 100 Ben Hill Road, which is right there on the corner as you turn up Ben Hill on Don Wells's property. It was registered to that property. Now, one of two things. Either somebody that lived there or lived at Don's house registered it at that address illegally, or, oh, wait, the only other option is there's a crooked person in the title department at the courthouse, deeds and titles, because it came back as registered to that piece of property. That address does not exist. I mean, well, it exists, but there's no house or anything there. So who went to the courthouse and registered that car or that truck to that piece of property? I have a question for you guys. Off topic. Well, sort of off topic. Still dealing with a monster. Still hurting children. Now, I'm skipping past all the comments and I apologize. Listen, in the Harmony Montgomery case, and please do not fly off the handle and start telling me I'm wrong, because I've went over this a few times. There was Harmony. She was, well, I think Crystal's daughter, right? And she belonged to Adam. There was the second wife, Kayla. And she had 3 boys by Adam. I've heard Kayla herself say it, or it was quoted that she said it. I heard that the girlfriend, the one that passed away after the investigation started, she said she knew Adam had 3 kids or 3 boys by Kayla. Later on in the investigation, and this has happened more than just one video that I've watched, later on in the investigation, it says that Kayla and Adam only has 2 boys. Where did the 3rd kid go? Does anybody have an answer for me? It's driving me nuts, and I plan on doing a video about it. I mean, when they stop him and the girlfriend in the car, they question him about where Harmony's at. That's when the girlfriend tells that, yes, she knew he had 4 children, 1 by Crystal and 3 by Kayla. Kayla, at that point in time, tells that she has 3 kids by him. When they get to talking about they're living in the car outside their friend's house and that they were carrying the baby around in that duffel bag and stuff, they say it was a family of 5 living in the car. Harmony, Kayla, Adam, and the 2 boys. Where did the 3rd boy go? No, it was said, Kayla said she had 3 boys by him. But later on in the case, later on in the story, it says that only 2 boys, Harmony, and the 2 parents were living in the car. Where did the 3rd boy go? Harmony's case is horrible. How terrible and sad, yes. But does anybody know anything? Do y'all remember anything? Was the child given away? Was that, left at a grandmother's house? Is there a possibility that it wound up like Harmony? No, because they were saying, well, maybe, but if they were going to take one at birth, they would have took the other two along with it. Yes, Harmony's case is so horrible. Hanging ain't good enough punishment for Adam. Hanging isn't good enough punishment for Adam, right? And I don't know if y'all are understanding what I'm saying when I say drawn and quartered. Does anybody know what that means? Back in the old days, the old days, they would take 4 horses and they would tie a rope to each arm and each leg. And they would take and tie it to the horse. And you would have 4 riders get on those horses. And they would take and pull until they quartered the person. Drawn and quartered. That's what needs to happen to them. The paternity of the children had a grandpa next door. Okay, but still it don't say anything about the child living with them. Yeah, split them in 2. Honestly, I don't know. I followed the case, but I don't remember that. I think I was so in shock about what happened to Harmony that I had a hard time listening to it. Adam is pure evil. I agree. And I did too. But I did catch it a few times, but I kept thinking that I was just mishearing something. And I never went back and listened to it. But as I was sitting and listening to it last night, me and Discovering were talking. And I'm like, did you hear that? Did you? And I went back and played it a couple of times for her. And I promise y'all, in the beginning, they have 3 kids. And by the end, there's only 2. No, not true, Nana. I know a woman who is a full-blown addict. All 4 of her babies was addicted, but 3 to foster home. The last one was adopted. That's the point. They were all removed away from the mother. She's saying that the baby was removed and the other 2 was left with the mom and dad. Yes, I do. Sorry, I'm not in favor of cruelty mixing with justice. One between the eyes is good enough. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Maybe the mama got him back. What mom? But what mama? Kayla was supposed to have been the mama. The state will do everything possible before taking kids. Guys, I understand that. Where's the maternal grandmother? She was the one that they lived in the house while they had the cooler sitting with the baby in it. But does not. Okay, well, if that's true, then legal-wise, she's already gotten all of her time. Everything's settled about her case, right? You would have thought law enforcement would have said they would have made charges. They would have brought charges against her for not having all of her children. Something, right? I would not let my grandbabies go to foster care. I wouldn't. There's no way. Shit, no. Was just watching Diddy Run and the Montgomery trial. How many kids did it say in that they had? Did it say? I mean, heck, hang on. Right here. Hang on. Kayla and Adam Montgomery share 3 kids, two boys and a girl, okay, between the ages 1 and 4, who are now safe and accounted for, accounting for the Manchester Police Department. But where was the little girl at when they were living in their car? Because it says there was a family of 5. And I don't know why it says that they had 3 boys to begin with. Remember, there was a son that was taken when Harmony was taken, and he was adopted. No. That was Crystal's baby. That wasn't Adam's kid. That was a baby she got pregnant with and had after her and Adam split up. Well, honey, they're not just in East Tennessee. Heck no, I wouldn't let my grandson go to foster care. I don't have to worry about that, but I'd take my babies in a heartbeat. Exactly. By the way, I don't give an AF if you think I'm. Where the hell are these children? Huh? You're on the outskirts of. Oh, and guess what I was told today, guys? Tennessee Valley Fair, and I want to do something about this too. Tennessee Valley Fair called me back today. Do you know that we are not allowed to walk through the fairgrounds and hand out flyers for missing children? I said, not even for missing children? And he said, no, because if I allow one organization to do it, then we're going to be bombarded with organizations that's going to want to hand stuff out. But now, if you want to buy a booth for the entire 10 days, we can do that. I said, okay, well, how much is the booth? They said $400 for something and change. And that's for the entire 10 days. But can y'all believe that? And if I get caught walking around the fair trying to hand them out without permission, then I get thrown out of the fair. Could it have been a miss? No, these were people talking. These are interviews that I'm hearing people saying this. I mean, the same people saying in one segment saying there's 3, and in the next segment saying there's only 2. Nana, please be careful out there. TVA fair is dangerous in a bad area. Oh, I know, honey. Trust me, I worked it on and off for like 7 years. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted too. And do y'all know, while I was working with the fair and stuff, I found out that almost every town, like in is it Virginia, Raleigh? Not Raleigh, North Carolina, Richmond, Virginia. Their original fairgrounds, they wound up having to shut it down and open up a new one. And even the new one has towers in it where their armed guards stand with rifles over the fairgrounds. And it's because the fair is normally always set up in the poorest area of the county. And because the fair always sets up there, they don't like to build fine, fancy houses around there. So they build all the, like the housing authority, the projects, they get put in around the fairgrounds. And that's why every fair in pretty much every town is in a really, really bad neighborhood. I believe Kayla was pregnant at the time they were living in the vehicle. Maybe. That would make sense. Thank you, William. I appreciate that. People are afraid they will lose business because nobody wants to be where kids are missing. Sad, yeah. I still cannot get over how the fair would be so greedy. Money over missing children. Pathetic. It is. It really is. And I would love it if more creators jumped on this. I mean, if nothing else, it don't have to be about the Knoxville Fair. Contact your own fairgrounds and ask them about it. I want to start checking around and seeing what other organizations don't allow children's flyers to be given out. Toaster oven, I didn't even know that you come in here. Hello. The Knox County, the Tennessee Valley Fair, Knox County Fairgrounds. We are hoping we can find someone to do that. Nana is still working on it. What, as far as trying to get a sponsor? Yeah. Or get sponsors, several of them. September, Alpaca, Rock and Robin, and other mods, thank you for acknowledging the gifted memberships. 5 yesterday, 1 today. Maybe it will help. Good night. Wish I could do more. Well, thank you. I didn't, Dawn, I never see them on this side. I don't know why it doesn't show me the gifts on this side. Thank you so very much for them. I appreciate them very much. I just started listening. Maybe we will have a new quiz night soon. Yes, actually, we're going to have one Saturday night. Where are Kayla's children now? I believe it said they're in, it says Kayla and Adam Montgomery share 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl between ages 1 and 4 who are now safe and accounted for, according to Manchester Police Department in New Hampshire. So I'm assuming they're probably in state's custody. I thought Adam lived in the car with the new girlfriend after him and Kayla split up, or did him and Kayla live in a car too? Yes, he lived in the car with both of them. I agree. It's funny, Robin. Yes. Have a great evening, Dawn. Your generosity is more than enough and greatly appreciated. Yes, it is, honey. You all have a good night. We'll be back to see you, Nana. Thanks for the welcome. You're so welcome here anytime, Grace. Thank you so much. And if we can get something done in Knoxville, honey, I will give you a shout out so you can jump over and help us out if you want to. I don't know why flyers bother people. They're with Kayla's mom or her sister. I couldn't imagine that if they lived in the house with Kayla's mom while they had Harmony with them in the duffel bag or in the coolers. That I can't imagine they would allow her mom to have the kids. What happened to Americans just letting people stop us of our rights? Yep. That's why I always like to go to wherever we were stationed in the military. We were at Fort Campbell 13 years. They always had a nice one and concerts. Toaster oven survived the storm, did she? He or she? Can I ask? Is toaster oven a he or she? How did they get custody of those children living in a car? Well, I assume they just had custody of them while they were living in the car. Yeah, they were driving around hopping couches. When is the Bluegrass Festival in Knoxville? I'm not real sure, but I can check on that for you. And hey, yeah, that would be a good idea. Oh, yes, I saw your short test video this morning. I believe it was. Most people think you're a he. Actually, it never crossed my mind that you were a guy. For some reason, I don't know if it was maybe something you said. Small girl. Andrea Wheatley, right? How did Adam get custody of Harmony with no physical address? Yeah, that's a good question. Kayla was not under a CPS order at the time, and Adam was given custody of Harmony when he lived in a house with Kayla. CPS did not check up on Harmony at all after he was given custody. Okay. You're a girl. Okay. Yes, they would probably allow it. Hey, Toaster Oven. Just a small piece of advice, darling, about surviving storms. If you stay in the house away from the storm and the water and the thunder and the lightning, it can't get to you. The car living came later. Okay. They became so strung out, Kayla lost her job. I can't believe Kayla did not report the unaliving codependency much. And she was the only one who worked. Not that I think this way, but do you think it's because they are afraid the missing flyers will be thrown on the ground? Possibly. I bet they have people that go through every night and pick up trash and stuff like that every night. Kayla should be going on trial for the same thing. I agree. I'm getting a booth at the Bailington celebration there in Summers community. I want to do displays with East Tennessee missing kids in summer. Anyone is welcome to help. And when is that? Are you talking about the Gray Fair, Gray County Fair, the Appalachian Fair? Is that the one you're talking about? Nona, staying inside don't necessarily keep you safe, especially if you live near creeks, lakes, or rivers, because flooding can't get dangerous. You're being a smart aleck, discovering. You know what I was saying. If you don't go around the thunder and lightning, and you can't get struck by it. And yes, Toaster Oven, that is awesome. You live in your van after the fire? Okay, so, but is that the Appalachian Fair you're talking about? Oh, okay. That wasn't the storm I was speaking of, but okay. Toaster Oven was in her car during storms, so she was looking for car wash to stay safe. Oh, I apologize for misunderstanding which storm we're talking about. I thought we were talking about the latest storm in downtown YouTube. Toaster oven. I'm up in Michigan, but if there is anything I can do to help remotely, count me in. Adam was a loser all along. Poor providers should not have had custody of any child. I agree, honey. Nana, maybe some could be handed out at Walmarts, Targets, and big shopping centers, especially during holidays when they're busy. Well, yeah, remember what I was saying about putting them, like seeing if I couldn't get them to put them on the sides of the buggies. There you go, Justin. It wasn't a storm in YouTube. It was a tsunami. Well, that's the one I was talking about her staying safe from. He was a total loser and drug addict the entire time. Yep. Nope, it's on my community tab. It's a festival with 2,000 plus Beach Creek, Hawkins, Greene counties, and surroundings. Oh, interesting. It was indeed justice for all, and now aftershocks. Tsunami washes all away, leaves debris. Toaster oven cannot locate your channel. Oh, I've missed most YouTube storms, lol. Been putting out flyers for Summer and Layla. Justin, a shit tsunami. You can share my community post. I need multiple people. Honey, I would love to go do it. And I'm trying to get these flyers done up. I sent them to Rockin' Robin today. She's going to see if we can't get us a template set up, because obviously I can't. There's something keeps going haywire. And she's going to send it back, and we're going to start printing them out. And they're going to have 5 kids per page, and there's going to be three different sets. So yes, thank you for doing what you're doing, hon. But yeah, if anybody has any suggestions as far as trying to get a sponsor for the booth, or sponsors, should I say, for the booth in Knoxville at the fair down there, please get a hold of me. Somebody, can you drop my email address again, just so that people have it? I mean, I'm going to be working on it myself, but, everybody pitching in always helps. I can show the example flyers, yes, but They will look similar to this, but not exactly, guys, okay? Um, okay, hang on. All right. These are what they will semi look like. And this down here will be changed. The wording will be changed so that it won't pee nobody off again. But this will be the front of it. This will be, it'll be a trifold, guys. And then this will be the inside of it. And these are just 5 of the 15 kids that it will be displaying. And of course, these are the 3 Skelton brothers. Hadley Cummings, Tristan Myers, which is from over in North Carolina, Roseboro. He is autistic, and I believe, I'm not positive, but I believe he was nonverbal. He was living with his grandparents. But, hang on a second. Hang on, I'll show you which kids will be shown on the flyers. And if anybody has other children that they would prefer to have on there, or I can add another page, just let me know and we will add them. I can always add more pages, guys. Okay. Adrian Thomas, or Thompson, I'm sorry. There's Adrian. This is Danny Couch. He just went missing this year, guys. He's only a few months old. We have Dulce Alaves. And I have updated age progressed pictures for everybody but Michael Vaughn. And I can't find one on him. This is Chloe Leverett and her brother Gage Daniels. Haley Cummings. Joe Clyde. Madalena Kojakari. Michael Vaughn. Oakley Carlson. Of course, the Skelton brothers. Summer Wells. And Tristan Myers. If there's any that you all would like to see on flyers, all you have to do is email me and let me know their information. And if at all possible, give me a picture of when they went missing and an age progressed picture. I will always have a special place for a young boy that went missing in 2009 I can't pronounce that name. Ajir Desir, I believe is how you pronounce it. If that's not, I apologize. Beautiful children, why would they be taken from their home? You have one, but you forgot to add some, though. Okay. Oh, maybe I can get some of those. Do you live in Knoxville? No, I live in Cott County, hon. But yeah, do you have a way to print them out? If you don't have a way to print them out, then I can try to print some out for you. If you have a way to print them out, once I get it done, I'm going to upload it so everybody can grab it and take it to their local printers or print it out on their own printers or whatever, just so that everybody can print it out. So everybody can have them to print, to hand out. What are you sheezing about? Yeah, and that's not even a drop in the bucket. No, LOL. What? What's going on? Cheaper at the library? Yes, way too many missing. Oh, you're only hearing a quarter of what I'm saying. That's because you're silly. That's because you're old and you can't hear, Dippy. Don't be blaming it on your phone or your service. Um, I'm just checking on something real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Due to the storms, Dippy has bad service. No. It's because Dippy's so old. She's almost as old as me. Please go. Find there. Oh, wow. That's interesting, Robin. No way to prep, but I'll meet you somewhere. I just have an old phone, no computer, so it makes it hard. That's why I need help making displays. Well, I don't mind helping, hon, and that's fine. We're going to get the ones printed out anyways, so you can have some of the ones that's printed out. The whole purpose of doing this is getting out as many as we can get out. So, yeah, if you'll just grab my email and get a hold of me through email. Not just the storms, LOL. My data won't be restored till tomorrow sometime. You are not, Robin. No. She's not, because she's younger than me. She's still wet behind the ears. Not just the storms, LOL. My data won't be restored. Okay, I read that. Why is your stuff popping up twice, Dippy? Toaster, I will hopefully be there this time. LOL, I don't want to go this past June. Too much drama, you know? Y'all probably don't, but is there a copy or a Staples or even a Wally World prints, don't they? I don't know if they do or not. Toaster will hopefully be there this time. See that it's popping up again. Awesome. I think everybody should work together as well as we do and leave the drama to the drama community. There you go. Walgreens as well, yeah. We have Walgreens and we have Wally World here. Toaster will hopefully be there this. And again, Dippy, are you reposting the same thing? That's 3 times. You posted the same thing. That is not going to help anything. It is top chat. That's not changing the fact that I'm sitting here looking at her. She has posted the same thing 3 times. September Virgo, Nana has a good printer. We just need to make the template so all the children will be fit properly on the flyers. Yeah. Yeah, see, Alpaca Maid can even see that she did it 2 times. Dippy's hacked. If you know your local bank teller, they may print some off for you, especially if you tell and show them that it's missing children. I bet they will. Well, heck, honey, for that matter, Scott County is a small town. I could probably go to the bank and the print shop and the other print shop and the newspaper and hit all the businesses around here and see if we can get some of them to print some out. See, y'all don't never believe me when I tell y'all stuff. See, Dippy, I thought Nana was exaggerating, but I'm seeing your same multiple posts. Dippy, this will be drama-free. I do flea markets alone, but this is 12 hours on Saturday and about 8 on Sunday. We need to be cohesive, and no matter what side, it's for the kids. Exactly, Toaster Oven. What Saturday and Sunday, hon? Discovering there ain't no Office Max around here. There ain't no Staples around here. There ain't nothing around here. I've told you that. We have Wally World. We have a Lowe's now. We have a Love's truck stop now. And other than that, we mainly have McDonald's, Arby's, KFC, Taco Bell, Hardee's, Subway, Crystals, Long John Silver's, and a couple of Mexican restaurants, and one Italian restaurant. This is people that could have info on that red truck of Summer or Summer. That one person may not know Summer is missing or forgot about Summer or could jog their memory. What Saturday and Sunday are you talking about, though, sweetheart? Oh, September 9th and 10th off exit 36, Van Hill Road. Oh. And what's the festival called? Guys, we only have a little while left. So I'm trying to get as much information about this as I can. I have to know what festival it is, sweetheart. Okay. I know you told me that once before, but that was way up there. Bailington Celebration. Okay. Got it. But if, just like I said, if you need my email address so you can get a hold of me, that, just do that. Because I don't know how else to get the flyers to you. You said it is on community tab. Okay, girls and guys and bibs and bobs, and the festival is just a few miles from the Wells home. Awesome. That's also the Facebook name. Okay. That's all I'm worried about, is trying to help the kids, trying to help get their pictures, their names, and their stories and their faces out there. Okay, sounds good. After the show, just for you. Just for her? Why is it just for Rockin' Robin? That's not fair, Alpaca Maid. Robin, you got to share. You got to tell us what it is. Yeah, they're my baby girl or boy, huh? Yeah, my baby boy. Yeah. Yes, Biscuit, I know you're there and you're my baby girl. Don't forget to talk to your kids. Don't forget to talk to your kids, their friends, neighbors' kids, and neighborhood kids about stranger danger, because so many parents don't talk to them and kids are unaware of how to handle it. If you personally know a manager or assistant manager at your Lowe's, just call them and ask, let them know what you're doing it for. I bet they will. There's the Facebook link, guys, for the Bailington celebration. Then play the link. It's just something to make Robin laugh. I can't, sweetheart, I can't get the link from here. It won't let me. I promise you, I can't. It won't let me do nothing over here. I can't even click on somebody to go to their channel from here. Maybe I could over here, but oh, yeah, I can from this side. You don't care if I play it? Oh, okay. I'm playing this that she sent to Rockin' Robin, guys. Oh, I forgot. That was a boo-boo. I didn't even think about it. Hey, one of you guys might want to meet Eric Estrada or the Dukes of Hazzard peeps. Why, is Eric Estrada going to be there? I want people to also be able to take breaks and enjoy summer's community. Really? See, now you're making me want to I mean, not that I didn't really want to go to begin with, but you're really wanting me to want to go now, if I said that right. Robin, we're going to have to meet up and go. I'm telling you, hon. Sweet dreams, September, Virgo. Oh, and it's free for all attendees. Oh, awesome. That makes me miss Dance Moms. I used to love that show and literally watch them all grow up. A friend of ours' band plays that every year. Railway Express. My baby kitty cat is just wanting to go to sleep. He keeps crawling up in my lap. He thinks he has to lay in my lap and lay like a baby in my arms for him to sleep. The real Rockin' Robin, those girls are pretty good for their age. I was sending my daughter links because she'd never seen her mom in a chorus line. Yes, thank you everybody for brainstorming with me. Thank you, really. Parades, tractor shows, music, spouse calling contest, all sorts of stuff. They really let you say words like that out in public? I mean, you did say spouse calling contest. I don't know about y'all, but the ones I had in the past, I could call them a few things. Don't know that anybody else would want to hear it, but I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have played that. What the heck is a spouse calling contest? Probably right along the lines of a pig calling contest. You know, like Suey, pig calling, hog holler, whatever. I think I can. When it tells me that it will mess with it, it gives you the option to like mute the song, so it'll be all right. That's what I did that one live when Selena was doing the live for me and she was singing. I hated to do it, but I just muted her singing. I just looked it up. The woman participants call out their husbands' names with enthusiasm in a unique style. Like I said, Suey. Maybe not. But it's okay. Every once in a while, we have to just have fun. For some reason, the name William Bowers just really, it just makes me think I know that name, and I can't think of from where. Why it sounds familiar to me. First place is 2 tickets to the Wax Museum and a pound of bacon. Oh, that's awesome. The Wax Museum we're at in Gatlinburg. I remember hog calling as a kid on the farm. Suey, big, 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 suey, big, big, big. And they knew it's slop time. Exactly. Just like when you holler for your old man's, you holler his name out, he knows it's damn supper time. You're from Massachusetts. I can't say that word. Massachusetts. I think I said it correctly. Guys, I am so grateful y'all came in to join us tonight and chat and brainstorm and get your opinions and your outlook on whether or not a mentally disturbed person should or should not receive the same punishment as everybody else. You do know William, known as Angels. He's a quiet one, but a frequent viewer. Actually, no, I didn't. Maybe that's why his name looks familiar to me. And he doesn't chat much. But maybe that's why his name looks familiar. Well, you're so welcome, Cleo Jada. I'm glad that you guys were in here. I'm glad nothing kept you away. I would hate to think that anything or anybody would keep people away from Nana's Angels channel, because I truly, truly do not believe in the drama. Now, if PG and Daisy come, I have duct tape. Gonna duct tape them together. They are having wrestling also. That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's very likely they might show up. You know that, right? That would be fun. Just wished I was closer. Yep. Well, thank you, Katie, and I'm glad to hear that, hon. I don't want nobody to keep my subscribers away or my viewers. It does sound like a wonderful event, William. I used to never chat much and still don't in a lot of channels I don't feel comfortable in. Now I feel comfortable. I can't shut up. Do you know why? Do you know why you feel comfortable discovering? Because it's just as much y'all's channel as it is mine. If it were not for you all, from the very first viewer to the top member to all of my friends, if y'all weren't here watching the videos and watching the live streams and contributing what you do, this channel would not exist. So therefore, it truly is just as much your channel as it is mine. That would be a sellout for sure. I got dibs on PG. Yeah, me too. She sounds like she's some little crinkly old lady, but I guarantee you she's probably feisty. She got some peppers in her butt. Well, ladies, I don't ever want y'all to stop chatting in here. I just want everyone to be able to participate in helping Summer and other kids. Our opinions won't matter, just these babies. I agree. I agree 100%. But please understand, sweetheart, it's not me that's dragging my name, your name, and a few other people's names through the mud right now. I'm trying to stay away from it. I don't want to lower the channel to that extent. All right, guys, we've been on here 1 hour and 57 minutes. So I'm going to say, do not forget, first and foremost, thank the good Lord above for whatever you may have in your life, whatever blessings he may have bestowed upon you today, whether it's your children, your family, your friends, your home, the food you have in your cabinet, or just the simple fact that you got to wake up and have another day to live. 2, do not forget to make sure and hug your children and extra squeeze tight tonight, and tell them how much you love them and how happy you are that they exist, period. And don't forget, if you are lucky enough to still have your parents with you or in this world, call them up. Give them an opportunity to have a reason. Calling them up and saying, I need your advice, or I just need to talk, or for that matter, just call them up for no reason at all and just let them talk for 5 minutes. They will greatly appreciate either direction you go, I promise. And on that note, I will see you all later, or tomorrow probably. And you all have a wonderful night. God bless.